and press record and get started on the new Elite program. Thank you, ladies, for taking one extra week with me. This is week 9 or week 10, whatever. You have gone above and beyond to be with me, so I truly appreciate you doing so. And with that, let's break down 2019 Elite. How many of you have printed or have viewed the 2019 Elite Goal Guide? Okay, a majority of you. Perfect. So I did put it in our message thread, and then I did call you out, Ellen, and I said, Ellen, you know what? Should have listened to you 8 weeks ago. I did a group, and I added, exactly, and I, for the best practices, because all of a sudden you guys started sharing your best practices, and then I'm scrolling for days. And so I would love for you all, I know you've taken a moment to put that in the message thread, but for you, we'll just take 5 more minutes and then go put it in the group, so then that way we can reference it. I also put the Elite Goal Guide in there, and if there's anything else that I need to add in there, I will absolutely do so. I know Breezy, I did call this out, Breezy did already post something in there. So she has the idea, and she tagged Christy because Christy must have asked about it. So if there's somebody specific that asked about it, just tag them. There's about 25 of you that are in it, and literally it was anybody that was speaking in the group thread. So if you're not in there, just message me and I will get you added in. It will just be an ongoing group where you can just add. It's not going to be, if I need you, I'll reach out to you. Cool? Because I know it's another group. So with that being said, let's kind of just go into what this whole Elite program is. First of all, I want to preface, if any of you want to shoot for this year, you can do it. I swear on everything. And I say that because the beautiful thing is we all start over in 2019 in January. We all have a clean slate. And the beautiful thing with this program is that now, if you hold certain metrics for a certain amount of time, you can actually click that off, check it off way before December. And that's what I love. Like, you're going to no longer, your family's going to be happy during the holidays because you're not so exhausted. You're not so focused, because you've already met those metrics. So like I said, this is the opportunity right now. And just to let you ladies know, the majority of you there, when we got down to it, majority of you had significant amount of points. What it came down to was either A, the diamonds were missing, right? Or ATV. The beautiful thing is ATV is gone. Hallelujah. But I would also, when he's like, Whit Webb's giving up praise, baby Jesus on that one. But I would just preface this. If we ever have a program or a promotion, let's say, that comes out in any of the months for like 10 for 10 or 20 for 10 or anything like that, please make that a priority that you do go after, even if you don't know if you're working towards Elite. Okay. I say that out of love because I know a majority of you are like, okay, been there, done that, or I'm focusing on this. Okay. I get that, but please just do the promotion because things change. And I had a handful of coaches, if they would have taken advantage of the promotion, they actually would have been Elite. And so it's disheartening for me to say, you know what? We can't make up, 300,000 in ATV or whatever it may be in a month. So just please take it serious. Tell your team about the promotions. Anything that Beachbody does put out, make a priority. Be like, okay, guys, we're going to go for this month. I know we can push towards it. That common goal of working together. Okay, so that's a lot of hoopla getting into Elite. So those are just my little housekeeping items when it comes down to it. So I'm just going to read off of this Elite Goal Guide. Like, literally, this should be your saving grace. This should be your Bible when it comes to Beachbody. And the beautiful thing is on page 2 of the new one that I did send you is a way for you to track your business. Jeff Hill said it perfectly. If you don't track your business, you don't know where your business is at. And I understand majority of you may hate numbers, but it's super simple. Ellen gives me a smile, and I get it. Like, sometimes like, it's too much. I get that, but it's easy if you're like, okay, you know what? In January, I had 1 coach hit SC. That counts for this. Mark it, okay? And you can start to see the trend of your business and kind of where your focus is, okay? But knowing your numbers doesn't need to be super complicated. It can be very, very super simple. Hey, Court. So just make sure that you are taking a moment to track your business to individually see where you are at, and it will give you a good grasp on where to focus on the following month. Okay. So I'm just going to read from the top. 2000 Elite qualification requirements. So of course there is an FAQ tied to this. It's now, if you are looking at the wrong one, it will say the incorrect FAQ number. So I'm going to say the correct number. It's FAQ 1599. And keep in mind, we are working towards 2019 Elite. Now we work for it the previous year to then celebrate it in the current year. So when you get swag that says 2019 Elite, it's actually current. It's not old news. Does that make sense? They skipped a year 2 years ago. Okay. So the Elite program is 2019 Elite, not 2018. That's the one that's already done. So first of all, 2019 elite requirements, FAQ $15.99, like I said, but you need to obviously be a paid 5-star diamond or higher. You ladies know that. The beautiful thing with this, so tie this to your bonus, okay? When you're holding 5-star diamond and above, and you do it for 6 consecutive weeks, you earn your bonus within that quarter. But not only that, you actually meet the requirement of being a paid 5-star diamond for elite. Okay. Before it used to be, or, you had to be paid 1 week in December, even if you held it for 6 weeks for your bonus, yada, yada, yada. Now you just need to be paid 5-star diamond for 6 consecutive weeks throughout the year. Just one time, okay? But I would remind you, do it for the bonuses. You ladies deserve that, okay? Along with that, if you do not hold it for the 6 consecutive weeks throughout the year, you do need to be a paid 5-star diamond one time in December. So that doesn't change. That's the same that it has been for years, okay? Paid one time. But please get your bonus, get it checked off. It's easier if you can just kind of check it off and move forward, right? The second thing is you must advance 2 personally sponsored diamonds to a diamond rank or higher. Keep in mind, these can be a 2012 coach that's never gone diamond before. This could be a current year coach, whatever it may be, all right? You need advance 2 in 2018. But also, last year, and it is still the same with this, but they have to be paid one time in December, or they have to hold diamond for 6 consecutive weeks throughout the year. Just one time, okay? So reminding coaches to focus on 2-star diamond approach. Get to diamond, continue to progress forward, work towards diamond again, working towards star diamond and above. Once they meet the requirement of holding diamond 6 consecutive weeks in a row, that diamond is now accounted for. Okay? Or if they do not, if they hit diamond, fall out, but they get it back 1 week in December, you meet the requirements. I'm prefacing, please, 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 yes, any business center for 2 new diamonds. You are absolutely correct. Second CBC, of course. Your spouse's account, absolutely not. But your second, third, fourth, whatever CBCs you do have, yes. Great question. But I'm just going to preface this. Do it earlier than later, please. For the sake of you, your family, for me, because it stresses me out too. Yeah, let me see what you ladies are saying here. Let's break this down. Any business center? Yes. What about other CBCs for personally sponsored coaches hitting SC? Great question. Yes. So if your personally sponsored coaches are hitting SC, and they're in your first or your second or your third, and they meet the requirements of 2018 or 2017, 2018, excuse me, that does count. So great question. Yes, she says she never knows where to place people for CBC wise. As far as where you're placing them, as long as you're in your first or your second, you're absolutely fine when it meets for the requirements. The only difference is, just a reminder, if you have a coach that hits diamond in your second CBC, then that second CBC is going to advance. That's the only really difference in it. Your first won't advance. Okay, great question. Okay, so once again, prefacing, please just, and I know I have so many coaches asking about the diamond bonus pool. That is something that we took to the cab. Specifically, as of right now, the first quarter of 2018, it is something that is not available. Okay, but is it something that could come back in the future? Possibly. But I think this is the thing, is you need to build diamond strong. You need to get them to see past the diamond of, the rank of diamond, and to work towards, opening up that second CBC. But the most important thing, and I would just remind your coaches of this, is once they hit 2-star diamond and above, this is where they have a team. This is where they have volume that is getting created below them. So whatever you can do to remind them to continue to work their business. Okay. So that's the requirements. And let's just kind of break down category 1, 2, and 3. And this is the beautiful thing. This is so much easier than the previous years. So category 1 is SC. It's the same as it always has been. SC is your 2017 and your 2018 coaches hitting Success Club. Okay. With that being said, the average of last year of what I noticed with my coaches that hit elite, as far as their Success Club base. So basically what that means is they maybe had 1 coach hit it in January, 2 in February, and at the end of the year, their average for the entire 12 months was 2.5. They were having 2.5 coaches hit Success Club that counted towards elite, 2017, 2018. Does that make sense? That was the average. Okay, so this is the beautiful thing. Obviously, you know, my first action for you is when it comes to SC is write down who your 2017 coaches are. And if you're like, well, Britt, I didn't recruit until 2017. You know what? You're fine. Recruit right now, 2018. Who are your 2018 coaches? Okay, so really this is your opportunity. Okay, who are my coaches, who is in, who is out? And I always say this, are they yes or are they no? The maybe is what's going to kill you in this business. If they're a maybe, get them out. Okay, they're a no. But who is it? And I realized this the other day, I say working coaches. And I had a coach ask me, does working coaches, I have coaches that hit SC, but I don't consider them working. And I say, heck yeah, if they're helping people and they're hitting Success Club, they are a working coach. So do count them. Okay, but get your number. Who is going to hit Success Club? Who has already hit Success Club so far in January? Did you recruit this month already and you have coaches that are already doing it? Awesome. That counts. Okay, so get your number. I've had anywhere from coaches being like, you know, I don't have any, I'm going to get one. Awesome. I have 3 to 4. Amazing. Like anytime that you have 3 or more coaches hitting Success Club, I want you guys to give yourself a pat on the back. It's actually a really big deal. Like 3 or more consistently per month is a huge deal. And this is the only category that I would say, once you continue to get 3, can you get 4? And the reason I say that, just foundation-wise, duplication, they're helping people, it obviously ties to volume and income. Like that is that one category that I wouldn't say, okay, you had 3, now go get 6. Heck no, that's a lot, okay? But did you get 3? Can you get 4? Are you comfortable with 4? Figure out your numbers, okay? But just a reminder, 2.5 is the average, goal of 3. If you're starting right now with 1, awesome. Keep in mind too, if you're starting with 1, and I say this every single year, if you start with 1 in January, then go to 2 in February, 3 in March, so on and so forth, you get a Success Club base of 6.5, which puts you in like the top 50 of the company. Okay, it's a ridiculous number, but you can just see how small change every single month can add to something big, okay, is what I'm trying to tell you. And if you start with 1 and you're like, you know what, my goal is 3, awesome, get to 3. Okay, just figure out your number. So any questions on that category? The max on that category is 50. The minimum is 30. But the best thing to know, I mean, if you consistently have 3 coaches, I'll just tell you this right now. 3 2 times that by 12. Okay, this is a good number to know. So the max is 50, right? If you consistently have 3 coaches hit it every single month, you get 72 points in that category. The maximum is 50. Okay, just so know that you're going to max that category. But the minimum is 30, so it could be a little bit lower. That means you just have to increase, obviously, the very last category. Does that make sense? Have I lost anybody so far? Okay, cool. So let's go to category 2. The beautiful thing, and let's just talk about last year. You remember having PSPV and CPV? Remember those 2 categories? The beautiful thing is now we have combined those. So PSPV, CPV is now APV. It's together, okay? And this is beautiful because I know how I have a lot of coaches that sign discount coaches. I know I have a lot of coaches that sign customers. The beautiful thing is you can focus on their needs. Like, well, do they want to sign as a discount coach? Do they want to sign as a customer? Meet them where they are at. And no longer is this program tied to you forcing them to go in a certain direction so you can get a point, okay? So customer personal volume, personally sponsored personal volume is now acquisition personal volume. And all this means, so keep in mind the first category, SC, is always the previous year and the current year, right? The next 2 categories that I talk about are always the current year. It is always 2018. The beautiful thing is all of you are all starting with 0. There's nobody ahead of you in this field right here, okay? Ellen, do you have a question?
Yeah. So This is our customer PV, our personally sponsored PV, but it's only 2018?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Great question. Yes. So it's always only the current year, but the beautiful thing is anytime you have coaches and customers that accrue 500 in volume, you get a point. Okay. So it's accruing, they're doing it together. One coach could have 300, a customer could have 200. It gives you an elite point. Okay. And it's acquisition personal volume. That one's, what is the minimum max on that? Great question. So it's the same as SC. It's 50 and 30. And if you look anywhere in this, even if you go to FAQ, you will not find the minimums. And we're all like, what is the minimum? And then I just realized it's the same as last year. But they were like, guys, the beautiful thing is just focus on the max, because it's going to accrue. And then I'll get into the nitty gritty of the last category and why that's a minimum. Okay, great question. So 50 and 30. So that is really what that comes down to. And what I would say right here is on page 2, when you're tracking this, it's kind of just a tally system. There's not a formula that you can do, be like, okay, unless you're adding everybody's volume up and then you're trying, I mean, that just becomes too much. And that makes me a deer in the headlights. I'm like, okay, no. Like I would literally track people. Like, how many customers do I have? Okay, I have 3 this month. How many coaches do I have? 3. Perfect. 6. And then let's see what your volume comes from 6, right? Like literally just, I hate to say dumb it down, but it's kind of the right word. Like make it simple. Like, okay, just track your people. All right. Okay. And like I said too, a majority of you sign maybe 2 to 3 customers per month. And then you sign 3 to 4 coaches, like whatever it is, find your number. I'm never one to sit there and tell you recruit 10. When I tell you to recruit 10, that typically means that you have 1 working coach. My thing in this business is who are your working people? Like if you recruit 5, how many of the 5 actually do this business with you? And that's your number. If you're like 3, 4, 5, that's a beautiful number. If you're like 1 out of 5, I would then say we need to just have a conversation on who you're talking to, because you're probably just not tapping into who you truly want within this business and how you're marketing yourself. You know what I mean? So that's the one I would say, obviously, find your people, find your number, and all of you are going to be very different when it comes to that. And it's a beautiful thing. Don't pigeonhole yourself. There's no reason, but figure out what the needs of your business are with this. Courtney, did you have a question? Oh, yeah. Oh, Sarah does. Is it the total PV columns we are going by for this? Total PV, meaning in your back office? Includes their orders. Yep. Okay. In their back office. So it includes their orders. Perfect. So I think that answers her question. Thank you, Courtney. Okay. Any other questions before we move on to category 3? No? Okay. This category I'm excited about. I'm excited because and every single month, I mean, if you guys could see the amount of people that just help one person. Like we get a report and it literally goes from anywhere from 12,000 to 18,000 people are helping one person. And that is a huge accomplishment within this business. And we want to celebrate that. So this category, my easiest way to think about this is success starter, meaning they have the current month of when they enroll and the following month. Does that make sense? Okay. So, and this is only 2018 as well. The first category is the only one that's the previous. These last 2 are 2018 only. But literally, if you sign a coach in January this month, and they basically have January or February to help just one person. So to get 1 SC point on the board. Okay. And once they do, you get a point. This category is called, I always have to look at this, PS1 plus SC. So personally sponsored coach having 1 plus SC point on the board. And if you say to me, well, Britt, what if they hit SC5? What if they help 3 people, SC6, or, whatever it means? What if they actually hit Success Club and they are a brand new enrolled coach? Then you get points not only in category 1 of SC, because that's a 2018 coach, but you also get it in that 3rd category. Does that make sense? Okay. So I think on this one though, and because the common denominator or the common complaint as well, I have a coach that hit Success Starter 3 months in a row and then they're gone, right? Like it literally is that common denominator. So I think it's something that we need to talk about. Okay, like how do we set the precedence on this is what you have to do to make your business successful? Like going back to Christy Lyons, I know she's not on this, but asking that question every single month, like who's hitting Success Club? And if that brand new coach doesn't answer, that's your opportunity for a conversation. Have a conversation. What's going on? I know you said literally go back to the expectations and what they said they wanted with this business. But that category has a maximum of 25 points and a minimum of 5. So if you add up these 3 categories, so SC maximum of 50, okay, APV maximum of 50, you just need to meet the minimum in category 3 of 5 points. But there is a max of 25. So say you're on a roll of recruiting and you're getting them to help one person and you go well over 5. Awesome. Okay. You're just fine. You just have to meet that minimum of 5. And that's where it goes to 105 points. There's 2 more things I want to talk about, and then I just want to open up for questions. Is this helping so far? Okay. And if you're lost with me, like just send me a message. You know, if you're embarrassed to ask a question, you're completely fine. Just reach out to me. I'm more than happy. But I promise you, if you have a question, the majority of us also had that question. So please do not hesitate to do so. So if you're like, well, Britt, what if I what if I do exactly what you said and I get 3 coaches, in that first category that hit SC and I get 70 points. And then in my PSPV my APV, I get 70 points. And then what if I go even higher? Keep in mind, there is caps, like those maximums I'm talking about. But if you go over those caps in any category, obviously it doesn't go towards the 105, but it does go towards your overall ranking. So just remember that. Okay. So there's also 2 other things that help you with overall ranking. And I just want to make this crystal clear, because if you do share this with your coaches, this is the common question that I get from lower ranking coaches. Okay. It's the 25 points. You know how you can earn 25 points, and I'll tell you how. They are thinking that those go towards the 105, and just putting it out there, it does not. So there's 2 other ways to earn ranking when it comes to elite. All right. So the first one is having a personally sponsored coach that advances from 1 star up to 5 star. So for every time they go from 1 star to 2, that's 25 points. 2 star to 3, that's 25 points. 3 to 4, that's 25 points. 4 to 5, that's 25 points. You can get up to 125 points per coach that advances as far as leadership goes, advances to the next star diamond rank. So if you're like, well, Britt, I have a 3-star diamond and they're working towards 5-star diamond elite. Awesome. When they get to 5-star diamond this year, it doesn't matter how long they've been around, you will get 50 points. Does that make sense? Okay. And once again, those 25 points go towards your overall ranking, not towards your 105. Clear as mud? Okay. Clear as water. That's probably a better example. Okay. The second one is for every personally sponsored coach that qualifies for team leader rung on the leadership ladder for the first time in 2018. Okay. First time they go to team leader, you get 25 points. So I just wanted to make those aware, because I feel like sometimes we shy away from that, but just know, this program is designed for now leader development. Leader development is volume, is income in your pocket. It means that you can take a day off because you have a team working with you. Like, that's what I want for you ladies. Okay, I want you to cast a vision that it is possible for them to do it with you. The excitement of this new program too is making coaches excited. Like, for example, I had a top 10 coach reach out to me. I'm not going to say a name because I don't want to discredit, because I love her dearly. She has been very fearful to talk about what it means to be elite. Like, she never wants to push her goal onto her team goal. And I hear that time and time again. But I will say, this is the first time with this program that she feels completely comfortable and confident that her coaches can do it with her, because of the benchmarks, because of what the focus is. And so I would just say, this is your opportunity now to share this video, to share that with them what is possible with it. And a great first step within a coach's business is Premier. Premier is a big deal, and I don't want to discredit Premier. Premier is amazing. Same points, same qualifications, except for be a paid 2-star diamond for 6 consecutive weeks within 2018. And then same thing, get your diamonds to hold for 6 consecutive weeks. The beautiful thing for them is if they get their diamonds to hold that with them for rank, they typically have that taken care of, right? Okay. So I just want to say, ladies, and I just go back to what Carl says, is it possible? It's totally possible if you put your mind and your sight on it now. If you focus on the small steps along the way. Okay. I have so many coaches that are like, oh, maybe elite. That's my goal. That's my year-end goal. And I'm like, oh, okay, let's talk about this next 30 days. Because yes, I love that that's your goal. But ladies, like, let's be real here. This last year, when I first started with the company, we had 297 elite coaches. Okay. Last year, 207. This year, 122. Okay, so I feel like this is what is going on, is we kind of bite off more than we can chew and we don't know how to reverse engineer it. If we reverse engineer it and take it 30 days or quarterly, I promise you, you will be moving in the right direction. I go back to when you make your quarterly goals, you'll know where to focus your energy and attention, and you'll start to create momentum. The beautiful thing with it, though, is you will stop and course correct along the way. Because what you do in January may need to change by October, and you need to kind of see, like, is it working? Is it not? But the most beautiful thing about it, and I tested this. I actually had a call with one of our coaches that went from 1-star to 5-star diamond. It's a big deal. And I literally was like, have you celebrated? And she's like, not really. And I'm like, okay, why? She's like, oh, I'm still trying to, like, I'm like, whoo. Like, it's like, finally it happened, right? And it's like, whoa. Journey. What did we learn and accomplish on this journey? And many of my coaches who are working towards elite that didn't hit it, it's like, what did we learn along the journey? Because I promise you there's so many things along the way that there are things to celebrate. So my goal this year is to really bite things down 30 days and then really look at things quarterly. And if your year-end goal is elite, let's reverse engineer it. Like, that's my goal with you ladies this year. Does that sound good? Okay. So just again, my action for you is go back to your back office. Who are your 2017 coaches? Are they a yes or are they a no? If they're maybe, they're a no, unless you're having a conversation with them. And have those hard conversations. See where they're at. The beautiful thing is, New Year's resolutions come around. The first thing we want to do is lose weight. Well, okay. The first thing we want to do is pay off debt, increase income, right? The second one, we want to lose weight. The beautiful thing is you're a one-stop shop. So have the conversation. Where are they at? Are they wanting to re-engage? Get your yes, you get your no, get your number. And if your number is 0, have a goal, try and get 1 to hit Success Club this month. If you're having 1 to 3, awesome. Work on those and see where the month ends up. And then increase your goal by 1 the following month if you can do so. Does that help? Okay, let's open it up for questions. We just have about 5 minutes. Did that help? I hope. I really want to make sure.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
It totally helped. My only question is, when you have to hold the 5-star, do your 2 new coaches have to be in that?
Great question. They do not, but if they do, you take care of that. So if they're a brand new diamond, they hold for 6 weeks with you, then, I mean, literally, I would assume it probably would be, but that takes care of the requirement. So if they are not, let's say they are not, then obviously they need to continue to work on getting a new diamond to hold for 6 consecutive weeks throughout the year. Or if they have a brand new diamond, that pops in December for 1 week, they're still okay. Yeah, great question. You're welcome. What other questions? Are you guys excited? Are you excited for a new year? I am. I totally am. Okay. So that's it. Does that work? Cool. Okay, I will upload this soon, and I will put it in our thread. So if you want to send it off to your team, please do. Just remember, if they're going for Premier, same exact thing. It's just 2-star diamond. And I go back to this elite goal guide. Most importantly, that second page, so you can start tracking your business. Where are you at? And then along the way, if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask me. I will say one last thing is, I did say that about our group, how I did start that. And it's just a group, an ongoing group. I will start a new 8-week course or hustle per se the 1st of February. So February 5th, I'm going to take the next 2 to 3 weeks and go through these surveys that I sent out to you ladies and really see where I need to focus my time, figure out who wants to be into these masterminds, who needs the one-on-one support. So that's another plug. If you haven't filled it out, fill it out. I've had a lot of coaches come back and be like, Brittany, I don't know what my goals are. I'm completely paralyzed. I can't fill it out. Not a problem. Reach out to me. This isn't a cookie cutter like, yes, I'm going for elite. I'm going for 10-star diamond. I'm going to be no. Like, where are you at? Okay. Like, tailor it to your needs. But I just want you all to know, where's the survey link. I emailed it to you twice, Courtney. So it may be in your email. If not, I'll actually just I'll put it in the thread. How about that? Great question. It may have gone to spam because it was for me personally. But other than that, just know that I'm here for you. I love seeing all your faces. I appreciate you showing up week after week. And then just let me know what questions you have going forward. And I'm excited to work with you in 2018. Does that sound good? Okay. Thanks, ladies. Have an amazing day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.